Welcome into Lock It In with Cam Rogers right here on Believe. Of course, we are presented by betonline.ag. Cam Rogers with you at Cam Rogers Live on all social medias. Great to be with you here as we have a jam-packed day. We are talking about the GOAT, Tiger Woods, and his expectations for the 2024 calendar year. I will dive into my projections for Tiger and what his schedule will look like, along with what we can realistically expect from him as far as performance is concerned. Tiger is teeing it up this week at the Hero World Challenge out there in the Bahamas. So his comeback is on, another one, if you will, after he dropped out of the Masters back in 2023 of April. So a lot to digest there. We will see Tiger at the PNC Championship as well with his son Charlie. So Tiger just wrapped up a press conference, and I will have my reactions there. Plus, I'm going to pick the Hero World Challenge. Why not? I've got a 25-1 bomb in the outright market this week. I'll talk about it. Plus, college football betting card. The value is pretty much gone in college football with so little games going on. We've got championship weekend coming up. I have 2 plays on it, and I am loving the NFL here this week. A 6-pack of games with long-term profitable betting systems. Love that phrase, and I will reveal my 6-pack of games here on the show. Once again, follow me on social, and of course, I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving holiday. My voice is still recovering from a wild week of just food and alcohol and screaming at my favorite live bands that I was checking out throughout the week. So still on the recovery trail there, but I am built different. We will march on here on the show. Okay. Tiger Woods making his competitive return to golf at the Hero World Challenge in the Bahamas. Woods discussed his focus on getting a deal done here between the PGA Tour and the Public Investment Fund. A lot of it is out of his hands. There is a deadline of December 31st, but there's a lot of pessimism surrounding that date and whether a deal will get done by then. Of course, we've got lingering investigations right now with the Department of Justice and as well as a committee within Congress. And eventually Congress is going to recess at some point, right? Within the next 2 weeks. So like if they're still investigating, can we really get a deal done? I don't know. I doubt it. Interestingly, Liv has already announced a schedule for next year. So Liv is still marching on as normal, but Tiger seems to be set on getting a deal done here by the time New Year's Eve comes around. So stay tuned on that. Tiger is now on the board. The board has a player majority, which I think is important and probably gives the players some peace of mind here. But Tiger did say that the future of golf is murky, and I would have to agree. Again, back to these investigations that are going on, lends me to believe this merger could get kicked down the road a little bit, maybe talking about late 2024 as opposed to late 2023. We'll see. The biggest headline, though, in my opinion, out of this press conference was that Tiger Woods hopes to play one big event every single month of the PGA Tour season. So, listen, I thought getting him in all four majors would be a bonus. I thought he would play the Masters and the Open and skip the PGA, skip the US Open, but apparently he thinks he can win those events. So, in that vein, I am guessing the schedule here for Tiger starting in January. The Farmers Insurance Open, probably a lock for the January event. Now, of course, this all depends on whether Tiger can stay healthy. That is always the big if with him at this stage of his career. Genesis Invitational in February out in Los Angeles. That is his tournament. The Players in May. The Masters in April. PGA Championship in May. Players in March, excuse me. The Open Championship in July. And then maybe a FedEx Cup playoff event in August if he even qualifies. And if he doesn't, maybe he plays the Wyndham Championship to try to win that event to get into the playoffs, but that's a little bit murky. And then we have the President's Cup. So 2, 4, 6, 8 tournaments. That would be a major win for Tiger Woods fans, in my opinion. And again, way more than I expected. I assumed 2, thought at best 4. We could be getting 8 events from Tiger. Now, what are the realistic expectations? Well, let's start with Tiger's. He said it. He expects to win. He expects to win this week. He expects to win every single tournament he tees it up at. Realistic expectations from a pundit like me. 2 made cuts at the Masters and the Open. That's it. I mean, honestly, can we expect Tiger to contend anymore? There was a time when I said, don't rule him out. Don't rule him out. It's Tiger. He won the Masters in 2019. He won the US Open on one leg back in 2008. This is a different man now. He's just out there to have fun, in my opinion. He loves the banter. He loves to be around JT, Ricky, etc. He loves the heat of competition. But the reality is, the tour has gotten so much better, even with Liv, since that Masters victory in 2019. And since that car accident, have you seen anything from Tiger on the PGA Tour circuit to lend you to believe he can contend with the likes of Justin Thomas, Ricky Fowler, Ludwig Aberg, who's coming on the scene, Victor Hovland, Minwoo Lee? These guys are in prime shape. They are winning. They are consistent. Tiger is the exact opposite of all of that. So for anybody out there to say that he is going to win in 2024 is simply just ignoring the data that we have in front of us, going back to the car accident. He has not been the same. We last saw him in very rough shape at the Masters. So listen, there's no cut here at the Hero World Challenge, so we will get 4 competitive rounds from Tiger Woods, but again, he's got the longest odds to win this week over at Bet Online for a reason. So there you go. We'll see what happens. I know that was a little depressing, but that is the reality of what we have here with Tiger. I will say, though, if he plays 8 events, that will be very exciting just to watch. All right, my pick to win the Hero World Challenge is a 25-1 bomb, relatively speaking. Ricky Fowler historically has dominated Albany Golf Club, won here in 2017, 4 top fives in all, and he's number 1 in strokes gained total at this golf course with a minimum of 16 rounds, and he had a fabulous 2022-2023 season headlined by some elite ball striking. So I think Ricky Fowler wins this week. Really good value there at 25-1. All right. Well, my college football betting card is not big this week. We have championship weekend, and then after that, Army versus Navy. And I only see 2 games with value as far as betting is concerned. So let's get to it. Michigan, Iowa, Big Ten championship under the posted total of 35. Iowa is 10-2 to the under this season. Betting system for you that is hitting at a 62% rate. Low total primetime unders going 141, 87, and 5. So we will go with the under in this one. It's interesting that the spread is massive, but the total is so low. So you almost feel like something has to give here because I feel like Iowa can score 10, right? And then you're already over the posted total. So stay tuned on that, but I do like the under in this game. The Big 12 championship, we are going with Oklahoma State plus the 15 against Texas, and OSU is 30-16 as a dog, dating back to my freshman year of college / senior year of high school, 2013. Above 500 record, by the way, when a dog of double digits, which is the case here this week. OSU has covered 4 straight as a dog as well. So Oklahoma State plus 15, give me those points. And that's my college football betting card here this week. Let's talk about NFL Week 13, my official betting card. 6 plays in all and a lot of value out there. Let's get to it. Saints, Lions. I'm going Saints plus the 4, one of my favorite plays of the week. Using a 73% betting system with over 100 games worth of sample, team is the underdog. ATS win percentage is 20 or less. Team is at home. After week 5, that team is 72, 27, and 1 against the number. Saints plus the 4 against the Lions. And by the way, are the Lions starting to show some signs of regression? How do you lose to the Packers at home on Thanksgiving? Can't do it. Saints plus the 4. We're going with the Chiefs minus 6.5 against the Packers. Speaking of which, we are fading teams after a big upset, which of course was the Packers beating the Lions somehow. 75% betting system dating back to 2010. Team's spread is greater than 5. Opponent won the previous game with a spread greater than 6. That favorite is 52, 17, and 2, dating back the last 13 years. So a rare spot, but a spot that I am on nonetheless. Chiefs minus 6.5 against Green Bay. Patriots, Chargers. Give me the Patriots, the home dog, +6 in this game. The Patriots have been horrible. I get it. Some of you may say they are unbettable at this point, but can you really lean on the Chargers? A team that cannot blow out anybody and at home lost to the Ravens in a really good home dog spot. 68% betting system since 1989. After week 6, team is at home. Team is an underdog. Spread 10 or less. Over under between 51 and 35. And that team has a 25 ATS win percentage or less. Put that all together. That team, the underdog, covering at a 68% clip since 1989, going 89, 41, and 4. I mean, too good to pass up. Give me the Patriots +6. Commanders and Dolphins. Commanders +9.5 is the right side of the game here. Commanders are home dogs this week. Good betting system here, dating back to 1989. Team lost previous game by greater than 30. Team is an underdog. That's it. The dog is covering at a 60% clip, going 151, 111. Again, the Commanders are at home. Should be cold here in DC. Could be some rain this weekend as well. Even if the Dolphins win, I don't think they win by more than 9. Give me Washington in this football game. The Cardinals travel to the Steelers coming off a pathetic game against the Rams. Cardinals are catching 5.5, and I do love the spot here for Arizona, especially with a Steelers team ready to regress, I think, after that victory a week ago. I've got a 74% betting system for you dating back to 2019. Team is an underdog. Spread less than 7. Team is away. The opponent goes under the total 75% of the time. The dog is covering 64, 23, and 3. Pretty good rate, 74%. I like the Cardinals +5.5. And historically, by the way, Kyler Murray, really good as a dog. And you would think that the market would be really low on the Cardinals after last week's pathetic performance against the Rams. So I like Arizona in this spot. And then finally, we have the Panthers and the Buccaneers. I love the Panthers +5.5 against Tampa Bay. Yes, I know I've been on the Patriots a lot, the Panthers a lot, but Frank Reich is gone. Chris Tabor steps in as the interim head coach. Usually, when that happens, a head coach firing, the team gets a bump. Because typically the players have to prove, oh, the bad play wasn't because of us, it was because of our head coach. So, again, Carolina has been dreadful, ATS, but a profitable betting system for you with a 58% rate since 1989 is this. Team's ATS win percentage is 30 or less. The opponent's is 60 or more after week 5. 58% clip for that team. And the record is 255, 185, and 19. So I am on the Panthers to cover this week. There you go. Hero World Challenge official pick, college football, betting card, NFL betting card right here on Lock It In with Cam Rogers. Thank you so much for tuning in. Continue the conversation, of course, on social at Cam Rogers Live. And I will talk to you very soon. New episode of Believe Me comes out later this week. Peace out.